Kathleen.
And I'm Mary Rose.
I'm Kathleen
here. I'm Mary Rose.
Okay.
The first thing we would like to talk about is the Battle of Monmouth. The battle took place in New Jersey on June 28, 1778. It was during the American Revolutionary War.
The battle was the British Army against the German troops against the American Continental troops and militia. Some major generals and leaders that took a part in this battle were Lieutenant General Sir Henry Clinton, Major General Earl Cornwallis, and Major General Coulson, who fought along the British and the German. Well known to the Americans were General George Washington and Major General Charles T.
For once, the British had a small amount of troops against the Americans. The Americans had 11,000 and the British had 10,000 soldiers. One place
that was involved
in this battle was the Murray farmhouse.
Now we go to Gretchen Becker
and Marissa Colvin, that is now live at Murray Farmhouse.
Now we're going to go take a look on the inside of the Murray Farmhouse.
The Murray Farmhouse, built around 1770 or so. This was their parlor area. It's pretty typical of what a farmhouse would have looked like around here about that time. So we have an extension of their parlor right here. We believe this was a first floor bedroom put in by Joseph Murray. So, go down to the kitchen. I don't think it's necessary to go upstairs with the bedrooms. So watch your step, girls. Okay, this is pretty bad. Right, this is of course the kitchen. I believe it was probably the heart of their home where the family spent most of their time. We believe Rebecca Morris Murray, Joseph's wife, was here when he was killed behind the barn. Oh. In here, there probably would have been a table. A table like this would have been in the center. And I truly believe this is where they spent most of their time, not upstairs in the living room or in the bed chambers.
Okay. Now we're going to go have a look on the barn.
Another important part of the house, of course, for every farmer would be the barn. This is where they would keep some of their animals and do a lot of the work in terms of woodworking, clothing making, fun. These are the stocks and pillory. As I said before, punishments were much more severe back in those days.
Can I go inside of it?
If you wish, sure. Yay! These would be in the public part of town, let's say. These days it'd be along Route 35 someplace. Adults would be punished this way for what we consider silly things these days: gossiping, not going to church, perhaps the husband kissing his wife in public on a Sunday. The same way people were killed for horse theft back then, they might be punished for other crimes in this way. Whoever was punished this way might be here for half a day, the entire time, no bathroom, no food. Everybody could look at you, maybe throw things at you. This was just a way of keeping people polite, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
What role did you play in the Revolutionary War?
Well, this house belonged to Joseph Murray. He was a member of the Monmouth militia during the Revolutionary War in the late 1700s. And he wasn't part of the regular Continental Army. He was a part-time army. He helped out when he could, really. That's the role that this house had. He was just a plain farmer. He believed in what he believed in, though. He believed the colony should be independent from the British. And so he just fought for a cause he believed in.
What important thing did Joseph Murray do during the Revolutionary War?
As part of the militia, he did a number of things. He spied on British troop movements over at Sandy Hook. He acquired livestock. He commandeered horses, basically, to provide to the Patriots during that time. So that's the role he had.
Did you think it was right for the British to kill Joseph Murray?
Well, they killed him because supposedly he stole a horse from one William Taylor over at Marlpit Hall. Was it right? I don't know. Is war right? Back then, punishments were a lot more severe than they are today. Horse theft was punishable by death. Was that right? I don't know at all. So our side won, the colonists won. The colonists wanted independence from Britain won. Maybe it was right for him to steal the horse. Whether it was right for them to kill him in punishment for that, I couldn't say, really.
Would you say this farmhouse made a big difference in the Revolutionary War?
There were no major battles in this immediate area, but it was a lot of farmers, tradesmen, whatever, who fought for what they believed was right. They joined the militia, and they did the best they could to fight for the cause they believed in.
What made you interested in learning about the Murray farmhouse?
I moved here about 25 years ago, and I learned about all the history we had here in New Jersey. Much of it not involved in the major battles I learned about in the Midwest when I was growing up. And I just became more and more interested in learning about the very, very local history.
Thank you.
Now I'll show you where Joseph Murray was killed. Joseph Murray was killed right here. He was shot from afar. He was killed instantly by 3 British soldiers. He was killed with a musket. He was killed for stealing a horse. Now back to you, Kathleen and Mary Rose.
Thank you, Marissa and Gretchen, for that wonderful report on the Murray farmhouse.
The Murray farmhouse was not the only thing that took place in the Battle of Monmouth and the Revolutionary War. So did the Sandy Hook Lighthouse.
So we go live to Emily Vignola, who is located at the lighthouse.
Kathleen and Mary Rose. I am here at the Sandy Hook Lighthouse, which is one of the oldest standing lighthouses in the United States of America. It played an important part for the British in the Revolutionary War. It guided the British ships into the harbor and to New York City. Some Americans tried to disable the light in early 1776, but the British were able to fix it. After many wrecks and the loss of money, the merchants of New York petitioned for a lighthouse to be built in to guide British ships into the harbor. They had several lotteries to make money to build the lighthouse. The lighthouse was finished in 1764 and first lit on the 11th of June. 12 years later, March 1776, the lighthouse was ordered to be destroyed so it would be no use to the British during the Revolutionary War. But yet, the lighthouse is still up today. Back to you, Kathleen and Mary Rose.
Thank you, Emily, for that great report on the lighthouse.
Now that's that for today about the Revolutionary War.
See you next time on
Fox 5 News!
That was supposed to be my line.
No, it wasn't. No.
Bye.
Bye.
Remember, I'm Kathleen.
I'm Mary Rose Fitzpatrick, and that's it for today on Fox 5 News.
That took a part in this battle were Lieutenant General Sir Henry Clinton, Major General Earl Cornwallis, and Major... He spit. Okay.
Sorry.
And Major General Cops. Okay. And okay, we seriously need to stop. Okay.
Okay.
Mary Rose.
I'm sorry.
Okay. And Major. Stop. And Major. Okay.
Oh. I just pressed the button. Okay.
You did?
No, but it was just a letter.
Oh, okay. Okay. Major General Earl Cornwallis, and
I was doing so good.
and Major General Coulson, who fought along the British and the German. Well known to the Americans were General George Washington. Okay. Well known to the
And General Charles T. Soldiers. One place. Okay.
Now I'm here at the Murray Farmhouse with Mrs. Melby. What role did you play in the Murray?
Battle of Monmouth. This battle took place in New Jersey on June 28th, 1778. It was during the Revolutionary American War.
Okay. Thank you, Kathleen and Maryrose. I'm up here at the Sandy Hook. I can't even see. You can't look up while you're doing it. Thank you, Kathleen and Maryrose. I'm up here at the Sandy Hook Lighthouse, which is one of the oldest standing lighthouses in the United States of America. It played an important part in the. Thank you, Kathleen and Maryrose. I'm here at the Sandy Hook Lighthouse, which is one of the oldest standing lighthouses in the United States of America. It played an important part for the British in the Revolutionary War. It guided the British ships into the harbor and to New York City. Some Americans tried to disable the light in the early 1776, but the British were able to fix it. After many wrecks and the loss of money, I can't see it.
Many wrecks and loss. I can't see.
I couldn't see the whole